And we are live.
Welcome back to Checkpoint, brought to you by Strictly Casual, your number one show, rounding up all the hottest, not so modest gaming news stories of the week and discussing all the relevant topics you need to know about. I'm one of your hosts, James Mal, joined today by the spiciest meatball in gaming, Vincent DeSanti. How we doing?
We're doing okay. That's
All right.
about it.
Audio listeners, thank you so much. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/strictlycasual. Please hit us with a rating on audio platforms and sub. It helps us out a lot. Just interact with us any way that you can. Shoot us a comment, shoot us a like. Any of that will boost our algorithm. What else is going on the channel, Vin?
This week, our collab with Co-op Comedy releases, so look out for that.
That's right, and our own writer, Maldonado, was just on the red carpet for The Gray Man. So we should have some coverage of that going up on the channel soon.
Yep, on the Tickety Talks, and I'm sure Freeze Frame will have some information on that as well.
Yep, absolutely. So head on over to Freeze Frame this week to hear more about that. Today we're talking about rumors. We're talking about Supermassive getting sold. We're talking about NFTs, to no one's surprise, but to also to no one's joy. No one loves talking about NFTs. It's never
not in this
NFT
space.
never has a good connotation.
Yeah, not in this space. That's
at least
not
in this space. That's right. First of all, Finn, how are we doing? What have we been playing this week?
I wish I played a lot, James, but I got about maybe 60 minutes of Elden Ring in, and that's it.
60 minutes?
I have played no games this week. I've been so swamped. Like, I'm like stressed to a maximum right now. I could hit my breaking point like right now during this show.
Oh my god.
Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, we might see Vincent have a mental breakdown.
I'm on the verge of breakdown right now.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's fine. Other than that, we're doing great.
You know what, Vincent? I relate to you because I was on the phone with a friend of mine today who was also moving to New York at the end of the month, and we both don't have places to live.
And he's moving at the end of the month.
Yeah, she's moving at the end of the month.
Yeah.
July 29th is her flight.
Gosh. It's crazy.
Hitting denials all the time.
Yeah. Not only do I have to make decisions about living situation, it's also like I just canceled a trip to SoCal because I have like 3 freelance jobs on top of my job right now.
Oh my god.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it all. I'm feeling like the opposite of Superman right now, you know? Really can't do it all.
What is the media equivalent?
Bizarro. Except he kind of does it all in the evil way, and I'm not feeling like that.
Right. You don't do it all at this point.
I just feel like a dude, you know? I just feel like a guy, not really Superman, just a dude, just a guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's been a rough one, not gonna lie. Episode 121, it's been a rough one this week.
Sorry I couldn't be around to help you out on this. I've been house sitting all week. I actually drove back from the house I'm house sitting at to record this episode.
Yeah.
Vincent, I did the unthinkable this week.
Tell me.
I played Fortnite.
Yeah, you did. No build or build?
No build. Are you fucking kidding me?
Let's go, baby. And thoughts?
It's kind of really fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But there's a lot of shit in this game that I'm like, I have to figure out how to do.
Like what?
There's a lot there's a lot of items where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck this does. A fishing rod, I picked that up for the first time, and I'm like, does this just pull people towards me? Does this
you just fish in
items
in the rivers and you get fish, and then fish give you health or shields, depending on what fish you pull.
Interesting.
So it's like
there's just a lot of stuff like that I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on here.
There's a couple of those, and I mean they keep that fresh. They just keep those rolling, you know, to keep interest.
Right, and I think playing Fortnite made me realize, because I mean, I'm not even calling out people. I'm calling out people by their skins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To my friends, I said, "Oh my god, I'm getting hit by fucking Travis Scott. There's Travis Scott around the corner." And I'm listening to myself say these things, and I'm like, Fortnite, you're a fucking phenomenon.
Truly.
I'm like, I think Fortnite is the epicenter of modern pop culture.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, dude, you can walk around.
Just the way the amalgamation of all these different intellectual properties.
They got Silk Sonic in there, dude.
Yeah.
Like
They
any
got
of them
fucking
ready.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah. You
They
play.
got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They got Naruto. They got Sasuke.
Yeah. They have everything. It's insane.
It's literally crazy to me.
You could play on the same squad as like Master Chief and Kratos. Like, it's just wild. They can get licensing for anything except Nintendo yet, but I'm sure that's coming. That'd be a huge deal for them.
That would be a huge deal. But it's just been absolutely insane. I only played like 3 games. Aside from that, played a lot of Fall Guys this week. I feel like there's some. I downloaded Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Didn't jump into that yet, but fuck, I played another game that was like a kind of like a roguelike. Fuck me.
I don't know.
It's that point of the week, ladies and gentlemen,
Sure.
where I can't remember what I've been playing all week.
Yeah.
Um,
I have. Well, I guess in Elden Ring, I'm at the last talisman location, so that to get that trophy, then I got to go through and get all the sorceries or the incantations. I guess not the
Yes.
No, the sorceries. Yeah.
What was the most recent boss that you faced off against?
Well, I skipped the ancestor spirit boss, the deer thing at the very beginning in the first part of Sophra City or Sophra River.
Yeah. Siofra
River. So I finally did that, but it was easy. I was way over leveled for that. That was like a one-stop shop for me since that was crazy. But I mean, I did the what's the wizard? What's her name? Crap.
Oh,
Ronnie. I did Ronnie's
okay.
whole quest line with boss. I think I talked about that last week though. That was not this week. And then
so you got the greatsword, the Moonlight Greatsword?
Yes, I do have that.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm working my way towards it's in what's the whole underground place called? Necron City, I guess, maybe?
Yeah.
There's like a fire world area in Necron City and everybody's super hard. Everybody's crazy.
Is that the one where you cross the Scarlet Rot Lake?
No, but that's just for Ronnie's questline. There's a whole other place of it. It's crazy. There's this giant like guy I gotta defeat in there, and then like you get these summon signs on the ground, and it's like not other players, but like those like NPC other players, you know?
Yeah.
They're crazy in here. There's like 5 of them in this place. They're wild.
Jeez.
So that's been really cool to explore, and that's been pretty tough. So I've been like, they're not really bosses, but it's hard to just make your way to that boss. So I think I'm gonna get my ass kicked by it, but it's been cool. It's been fun.
Necron City wasn't bad for me.
Yeah, it's not Necron City. It's I'll look at it.
What direction is it?
It's in the southeast corner of the map, underground, or not underground, but in the layer underneath.
Yeah.
The lands between.
Shit, then I really don't know, unless it's a part of like a hero's dungeon.
Let me see.
I looked up my PlayStation recently played, and I jumped into Hollow Knight once and again.
Nice. Yeah.
I absolutely love that game. It's hard as hell, but I love it. Hollow Knight's one of those games that starts you off super weak and shows you a bunch of stuff that you can't go to or like access yet, and you're like, fuck. Like the game gives you a dash or like a wall jump.
Okay.
Like a wall jump, so you can kind of like go between 2 parallel walls. And they give you those all the time early on. And you're like, fuck, I can't get up any of these. But I just now, like probably 15 hours into the game, got that. And now I'm like, fuck, now I got to go back and backtrack and go to all these different places, which I kind of hate backtracking.
Yeah, because
but it's cool, but exploring past those boundaries that I wasn't able to go past before is really nice.
Yeah.
I also beat Nier Automata for the second time.
You told me last week.
Yes, so I'm deep into the 3rd playthrough. You play as another character who I won't say, and 9S again, and I played as the first aforementioned character for like probably half an hour. It was really tough, and I mean, just bosses got a lot of health.
Yeah,
but she's really, really strong. Okay, and so played as her, and then I played as 9S, and I haven't done anything as 9S yet. I also played Steep for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And Steep is fucking awesome.
That's what you were saying last week too. It's a good one.
I think it's the best snowboarding game.
Better than SSX?
I don't remember SSX well enough. I'll say it's the best modern snowboarding game.
That's fair. I found the area, by the way. It's Mogwin Palace. Mogwin Palace is That's what I'm struggling with right now in Elden Ring. It's
Let me
pretty
see.
crazy.
How do you spell that?
Mohgwyn. Mogwyn.
Oh shit! I have not
Dude,
entered this area at all.
it's wild. Like normal enemies drop like 2 to 4,000 runes, or more than that sometimes.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's wild down there. So there's a boss there where I need a talisman. But now that I have all the legendary talisman, pretty much, I feel pretty OP, dude. There's one that boosts your endurance by quite a bit, like quite a bit.
Yeah.
They call it
Yeah.
stamina. Like I can swing my greatsword 3 times before the stamina bar starts to go down. It's awesome. Like that's the matter of life or
Whoa.
death right there.
Before it even starts to go down?
Yeah, before it starts going down. You can run for like 20 seconds before it starts to go down.
That's fucking OP.
It's awesome. Yeah. So I got that going. And then I have like a great boost to health.
Dog, this is gonna be the Deathloop effect.
What?
The Deathloop effect, you get all these powers and shit, and you become OP, and then you're like, oh, this game's just easy now.
But it's not easy. Even though I have this, I'm still struggling in this palace big time.
Yeah, because and I'm not surprised because Elden Ring has the first playthrough just has a big enemy strength to player weakness
Yeah.
deficit.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I heard that when I get towards the end, well, okay, I was kind of reading about this. After you defeat the fire giant, apparently the game gets like very linear. Like you go here, you do this, you go here,
Yeah.
you do this, you go here, you do this to the end.
It's true.
So I'm trying to get everything done before that point so I could just play linearly through that.
You'll have nothing to do in New Game Plus.
No, I will, because I want to do a different build. I don't want to do a strength build anymore. I want to just go fully like that's what
You'll
I'm
have
excited
nothing new
about.
to discover in the New Game Plus.
Well, I'll still do New Game
There's no
Plus,
point.
but the things that lock you out of late game that you won't be able to do until late game again, then I want to do that. Like I want to get those things. Because the odds that I put in sink another right now I'm at 75 hours, about to hit 80 hours in this game. The odds that I put another 80 hours in this year is low. Very low. Like as much I do enjoy the game, but
Your second playthrough is always faster.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless, I'm probably not going to replay it right away. Like I'll find other things to explore. Like I'll find other places, because there's no way I've done everything in this game. There's no way.
Sure.
There's so much. Yeah, so I don't know. I want to get a lot out of it. I'm getting a lot out of it this first playthrough, but yeah.
All right, Vincent, let's get into the news. I'm going to start us off with this first one. Konami is reinstating delisted Metal Gear games. This comes from IGN.com. Konami is preparing to reinstate the Metal Gear games it temporarily removed from sale as the series celebrates its 35th anniversary. As reported by Video Games Chronicle, Konami Japanese Twitter account posted to commemorate the anniversary and announced that fans seemingly soon will once again be able to play the temporarily suspended entries. Quote, the Metal Gear series, released on July 13th, 1987, celebrated its 35th anniversary today, it said. We are preparing to resume sales of titles that had been temporarily suspended, end quote. This could refer to the various versions of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 that were removed from digital storefronts last November following license renewal issues. Vincent, how does this make you feel?
Very excited, dude. If this is pointing towards a future where the Metal Gear games are back on the PlayStation Store or potentially in an extra/premium tier of PlayStation, or even just on websites such as GOG or Steam or wherever they're going to live, makes me very happy that they're going to be a little more accessible. Because right now, they're a little harder to get your hands on. There's ways.
When do you see this happening?
When do I see it happening? I don't know. We got the last update on this like 2 years ago when they said they were delisting stuff. 3 years ago and they said the reasons they were delisting things, like all that kind of stuff. It could be a while, but the fact that they're working on it is that just makes me happy,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure if they had a goal in mind, like if they were to release on PlayStation, whatever, or whatever it's going to be, I'm sure there's a date they're trying to hit or something.
What do you think would be an indication of that date? Like, do you think it's going to be during an event? Do you think we're going to see a PSX thing? Do you think we're going to see a Gamescom thing for this?
Only if they're releasing it in a new collection or something. I could see them slipping it in a freaking blog post like we're about to talk. We have 2 blog posts basically to go over this this episode, but they could just slip it in a blog post and be fine. Unless they're doing a remaster collection or a new like amalgamation. It's all the Metal Gear games, $60. You could play 1, 2, 3, like Sons of Liberty. You could play Revengeance or whatever.
Peace Walker.
All of them.
I don't think they would include Revengeance. It's not a Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah, it's like a Metal Gear Rising.
Wait, isn't it? Is it under the? Yeah, it's Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah.
It's still a Metal Gear game.
Yeah, and you could buy that on Steam. You just can't play it anywhere else right now, which is fine.
Yeah, but you can't play it on PlayStation.
You can play it on PS3.
It's not fine, Vin. It's not backwards compatible.
No, not yet. But remember, there's more. Do you hear all the stuff this week too or last week about just the backwards compatibility stuff, software-wise, that they're trying to build still?
No.
Yeah, like people that work for Mark Cerny were talking about how they're still developing software that would work. Like PlayStation 5 has the capability to, like, if you put in a PS3 disc to play that PS3 game. But the software, there's like software limitations to that. So they're still developing that software, but they have the ability to push out a software patch that will allow you to do that, right? Or however that works. I'm not a developer. I don't understand the back end of that at all.
Sure.
But he was saying that it's a possibility, and they've been working on software for that for a long time, but they're not ready to like release that stuff. So I don't know. That could be a big sign.
What do you want to see from this?
From what? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's your dream?
I've never played
dream scenario for this release, for the re-release.
Either separate or in a package, and not a place. It doesn't have to be PlayStation 5. It could be digital. That's fine. I mean, I think a physical thing would be cool, like a Metal Gear remaster. Remember we were talking about that a long time ago, but I don't need it. I don't need a remake. It'd be cool.
I think we need a remaster.
I want to play the original, like how it was done, like how it was made, you know? Because I've never got to experience that. And I feel like I'll be sorely lacking in why it's so iconic, you know? If I just play the remake of it.
Yeah. But you would agree that we at least want a 60 frame up-res to 1080p.
You kidding me? It'd be
or
dope.
4K.
It'd be dope.
Just 4K textures.
Yeah. It'd be so
4K
nice.
textures, 60 frames per second. Slap that bad boy.
Yeah.
Put it in a collection. Call it good. Because for the Xbox 360, we had 2, 3, and Peace Walker in a collection. And now I want the originals.
Yeah.
The original, yeah, one.
There's so many. There's like 19 Metal Gear games altogether, or something crazy.
No, there's not. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
really?
With the portable ones. With the portable games.
Oh yeah,
also.
portable.
17 maybe? 19. That's
no
my guess.
Way. There are 11.
There's more. There's got to be more. Really?
No, it says 11 on this is Wikipedia.
Okay, hold on. I thought I just read something. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because we're talking Metal Gear, Snake's Revenge, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. We have Metal Gear Solid VR missions, which is a separate game entirely. Metal Gear Solid Game Boy. Okay, well, I guess that's the same. Okay, we won't count that one since it's just a ported game. Metal Gear Solid Integral. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. Sons of Liberty.
I don't know what that is.
Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. The Twin Snakes, of course. Snake Eater. Metal Gear Acid? What is Metal Gear Acid?
It's a PSP game.
So baller.
It's a turn-based collectible card game.
And then Metal Gear Acid 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 Sustenance. And then we have Portable Ops Plus, which are 2 separate games. Metal Gear Solid Mobile. I guess that's the first game, just mobile, so we won't count that. And then Metal Gear Online, 2008. Had no idea that existed either.
I think it only released overseas.
PS3. Maybe you're right. Whoa, this looks sick, actually. Wow. Okay. Anyways, I would like to fully immerse myself in the Metal Gear series, and so any way that they become more available, that makes me very happy. That's all.
I think you should play Metal Gear Solid 5.
I played Ground Zeroes about 50 times, over and over and over and over again, and then I played the beginning of 5, and that's it.
Yeah, you gotta play it.
Yeah.
It's sitting right there, Vin.
Oh yeah, I got the disc, dude. I'm ready. Like, I got it.
I don't know what's stopping you.
That's one of the ones where my mom's friend worked for PlayStation right around the time when that was coming out. And so she would get games and they would have a cutout on the barcode of the game, like a circle punch out so that you couldn't like bring it anywhere, sell it anywhere. Like it was legit. It's just you just have it. You can't sell it. You can't get rid of it. That kind of thing. You know, it's from Sony. So I have that one. It's punched out. Like I have Infamous Second Son punched out. Last of Us Remastered's punched out. Like they're legit. They're like from Sony's headquarters. I guess I don't know. It's funny.
It's wild.
Yeah. Okay. Good times. Anyways, next up, coming up, we have a blog post update from this morning. Quite literally, PlayStation Stars reward program. James. I don't really know how I feel about this at all yet, but let's get into it. This says,
Great.
Introducing PlayStation All Stars, an all-new loyalty program. Today, this is right from the blog. Today, I'm pleased to reveal PlayStation Stars. It's a brand new loyalty program that celebrates you, the player, for being on this ever-growing gaming journey with us. PlayStation Stars will be free to join when it launches later this year. Once you become a member, you'll earn rewards by completing a variety of campaigns and activities. Our, quote, monthly check-in campaigns simply require you to play a game to receive a reward. That's all you got to do. You just got to jump in a game, you're going to receive an award. While other campaigns require you to win tournaments, earn specific trophies, or even be the first player to platinum a blockbuster title in your local time zone. I will not be competing for those because I'm the slowest game player of all time. I play games so freaking slow. All PlayStation Stars members will have opportunities to earn loyalty points. Points can be redeemed in a catalog that may include PSN wallet funds and select PlayStation Store products. As additional benefit, PlayStation Plus members enrolled in the Stars automatically earn points for purchases on the PlayStation Store. James, this is sounding oddly like Nintendo's system.
They said it's not. Oh, okay. So I thought you were going to say something. I thought you were going to say it sounds a lot like NFTs.
No, it's not like NFTs.
They said it's not NFTs.
Yeah. Also, as part of the PlayStation Stars, we're unveiling a new type of reward called digital collectibles. Collectibles are as diverse as our portfolio of products and franchises. They are digital representations of things that PlayStation fans enjoy, including figurines of beloved and iconic characters from games and other forms of entertainment, as well as cherished devices that tap into Sony's history of innovation. There will always be a new collectible to earn, an ultra-rare collectible to strive for, or something surprising to collect just for fun. God damn it, James. Here's the problem. I'm going to do it. They're going to have like a campaign that's going to be like play 20 hours of a game, win a game of Fortnite, like get 2 bronze trophies and a gold trophy, and get this digital cloud figure.
Why?
And I'm going to do it because it's just going to sit in my profile, just like my trophies. Why do I do the trophies? I don't know. Elden Ring's going to be my 30th platinum trophy. And guess what? Who's going to care? No one except me. I'm going to be glad that trophy's there. That's it.
You're going to think about it. You're going to be looking from your executive chair in 40 years when you're an accomplished producer and you're going to say,
like I did
30 platinum trophies.
That's right. By that time, let's hope I double it, triple it even. Let's get that 100th platinum trophy one day. Now I'm not talking no stinker games. I got a couple stinker trophies in there, that's for sure. like Peppa Pig, for instance. Okay, that was 29 or 28, but you know, it's there.
Yep. It's stinker trophy, but can never be me.
How do you feel about all this, James? What are you thinking?
You know what? Part of me says this is a lot of malarkey.
Yeah.
It's a lot of malarkey that I don't care about. You know, I'm moving into the professional world, and as much as I hate it, it's just this is a lot of stuff I don't have time for. A lot of stuff I'm not going to see the benefits of a lot of this.
I think that's what they're trying to do. They're going to offer things such as money, like wallet funds, to play games. And it won't be a significant amount, but I'm assuming it's based on purchases. Like, let's say you buy a game for $60, you're going to get 60 points. Let's say at 1,000
which is like
points,
60 cents.
Yeah, or 1,000 points, that's enough to buy a game that's on sale. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, like the way Nintendo has their rewards program where if you buy a game for $60, you get like, what is it, like 60 cents or $6 back? It's like
maybe even less.
Yeah, what is how much is Nintendo
It's not crazy.
Coins? How much is 100 Nintendo coins worth? $1. So 100 points is $1.
I think I had like 600 coins and I just rolled that into whatever game I just bought last and it was like a little bit cheaper, but
yeah. But the more you buy games, more rewards you get. It's like a credit card,
Yeah, more or less.
but not.
Yeah, kind of. It has credit card reward system where you buy stuff and you get points
Yes,
back. That's about it.
yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
hmm So yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about this that much, but I'm sure there's gonna be a little thing in your profile now that's like, oh, here's your showcase.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool to have a little collectible right next to your name or
Yeah.
whatever.
Now, can I get
Or you
collectibles
can
with my
click on someone's
backlog?
code. What?
Like you played this game, do you get a collectible right off the bat? Like you've already played this game. Like we're offering a collectible for this game. I've already 100%ed it. I put 50 hours
No,
in.
you gotta do cool shit in the game. You gotta make a decision to kill this person, not this person, and
That's what
because of
trophies are
that,
to
you
me,
get a
though.
specific. I think they'll just be tied to trophies.
Probably. You're probably right.
Say not like maybe a platinum trophy will give you a certain
Sure.
statue, but I would like it if they were cooler. Like you made this decision, so you got a trophy, and fuck you, you get another thing.
Yeah, you get another thing. I
You get
can't wait to
another
see how
thing.
the implementation will go with PSN profiles, which is my favorite website and my showcase there.
What I really want to know is how much does this actually like cost them to do? Do they use any resources in creating these?
I mean, they have to create some sort of image or video or
Right,
whatever that's going to be.
which is realistically just paying the people to create them.
Yeah, and they're not licensed because they own the license for everything they're creating, whether that be
Right.
hardware or characters from their games, so that's not an issue. And then they need to
Right.
somehow software develop something that's going to keep track of all that and integrate with your PlayStation profile.
Yeah.
Those are the
Okay.
three things you would
And
need to
that
do.
takes server space, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty big on the back end or whatever the hell, but I don't think this is like an insane. It's not going to be an insane change. It'll be an updated box on your profile window on PlayStation. They'll update the
What do you
app.
think Sony wants out of this?
Sony just wants it's exactly what it is. It's a loyalty program.
Mhm.
They're saying that when you purchase, it's going to be free for everybody, but you're already going to be enrolled if you have PlayStation Plus, Extra, or Premium. That's their thing.
Or do you think PlayStation Plus extra premium subscribers will get extra rewards? And do you think
No.
they'll get more rewards based on their tier?
I think their bonus, if you have Extra or Premium, is you have access to more games that have rewards. That's the benefit right there. So it's easier to go get more rewards if you have access to more games, I guess. Stuff like that. But they want ways that people are going to stick with Sony. That's it. That's it. That's all it is.
They said, "Don't leave us."
They said, please don't leave. We have digital crap.
Goodies.
Yeah.
We got a lot of shit for
So
you.
it's cool. I'm sure I'll use it, but it's not like anything huge to me. I don't really care that much about it, I guess.
All right, Ben. Let's move on. Let me make sure that I got the right stuff here. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Set up for this Clipperoonie. Oh, I was moving the wrong text box.
This clippity clip, baby. We're gonna be talking about some GameStop, some game crap, some crap stuff.
Game crap.
Oh, shit. You got it, Yamez? What happened? What's going on over there? Talk us through what's going on for the audio listeners.
I accidentally grabbed both of the text boxes when I just meant to grab one, and so I had to readjust both of them. Cool. We're ready to go. I'm gonna give you a little countdown.
All right, I'm gonna read the first three bullet points. You're gonna read the last three bullet points.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool.
There. Got it.
All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
GameStop staff has hit with layoffs as company focuses on NFTs. This comes from The Gamer. GameStop and Game Informer are reportedly facing massive layoffs as senior management switches out of the company's chief financial officer. An internal memo obtained by Axios, GameStop CEO Matt Furlong said, quote, a number of employees would be let go as the company struggles to achieve sustained profitability. The publication noted that GameStop has been...
That's not, I'm going to stop you.
What happened, James? God, what happened?
You just cut out a bunch. You cut out for like 2 whole points.
Well, dang, that sucks. Well...
Yep, we'll have to redo it.
Okay.
Okay.
If it cuts out again, we're going to keep going, and I'll cut it out of the podcast because we can't do it over and over.
Yeah,
okay,
we can't just. Yeah,
here we go.
I got it.
Sorry,
Ready?
audio
3,
listeners, you're going to get audio listeners really going to get it. this point. Here we go.
Yep. 3, 2.
GameStop staff has hit with layoffs as company focuses on NFTs. This comes from The Gamer. GameStop and Game Informer are reportedly facing massive layoffs as senior management switches out the company's chief financial officer. An internal memo obtained by Axios, GameStop CEO Matt Furlong said, quote, a number of employees would be let go as the company struggles to achieve sustained profitability. The publication noted that GameStop has been hemorrhaging cash for some time now. Furlong noted that GameStop has hired 600 new employees in 2021 and the first half of 2022, but he is now apparently reversing course as management better understands the, quote, transformative needs of the company. That's you.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'm sorry. My entire there was I stopped recording. I had to.
Okay.
Because there was a big pause, and then there was this internal decision that I was like, I could bring something up to talk about to try and fill this space.
We'll get edited.
But
Let's
I just
keep
kept
going.
thinking for too long.
Let's just keep
I'm
going.
so sorry.
It's all good.
Game Informer was also hit with layoffs, mostly targeting the publication's video production team. GameStop is also pivoting into the volatile crypto market with its own brand of NFTs. GameStop recently launched its own NFT marketplace, GameStop NFT, which is now accepting applications to become a creator. The timing of this endeavor couldn't have been worse, however, as cryptocurrency values have crashed in recent months and NFT sales volume has dropped to its lowest in over a year. Customers also have expressed criticism of the recent layoffs, noting that cutting jobs while taking wild risks with crypto seems irresponsible.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely correct. This might be one of the worst decisions the company has ever made.
So you read Paul Tassi's article where the day it opened up, there was only a couple things purchased, and the highest...
They only made $44,000 in the first whole day.
Yeah, right. And the top NFT sold for a tiny portion of what it was worth or something.
It was worth $1 million. When we say worth,
10 ETH or whatever,
quote unquote, because these are arbitrary values. It was worth $1 million, and it was paid like $3-4 grand, something like that.
Yeah, so wild. That's a tiny percentage. I wonder how sales are going to track this week. I mean, NFTs are already the purchasing.
It can't go up.
The buying and selling is already down. So I can't imagine this going the other direction.
There's no indication that it would go up
at
all. There are already other crypto markets that are well established.
Mm-hmm.
GameStop has nothing new to offer into this space.
No, unless they're preparing for what everybody is hating, which is the implementation of, oh, you could buy this and it'll actually be in a game. Then maybe GameStop could be the leading marketplace in game transactional NFT things, you know what I mean? But I don't see it. Why would it be? This feels like a test for that eventually, you know? I think this fails. I think this
No,
flops.
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I think that's what they're trying to do, though, in my head. That's the only thing that makes sense for me. Why they would do this. Besides trying to make money. And NFTs, why? It's GameStop. It's GameStop. Why are we doing NFTs?
GameStop has no prior relationship with NFTs.
It's like LimeWire.
Or just digital art at all.
You saw LimeWire this week.
Yeah, they're
now an NFT marketplace. Why?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Are they doing music related stuff? Nope, it's just general. It's whatever. It's just NFTs.
It makes me wonder if these companies are seeing something that we're not seeing.
They must. They must.
Do they see this as a potential market dip, and now is the time to buy in because the market's dipping? So because
that sounds like a crypto.
That
sounds like a crypto bro mindset. Buy the dip. Buy the dip.
You have to get in the mind of the crypto bro.
Yeah.
In order to understand these business decisions.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That doesn't mean they're better. It just means they're more understandable.
I guess. Yeah, it makes no sense to me at all. But whatever. The real problem to me about this whole thing is this week we saw Game Informer hit with massive layoffs because of this. Game Informer was already a skeleton crew. They cut basically their entire video team, an editor-in-chief of the publications for magazine, online, everything. So Game Informer was like, take a massive, massive blow from this, because I don't think GameStop values what Game Informer does, right? When I think of,
No.
I would think Game Informer's kind of leading GameStop in these places that they want to go and want to be at. So by cutting that, it's like they're totally undermining what they are trying to build. And now they're just focusing on other things, it seems, like NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And remember last year we talked about GameStop locations kind of pivoting towards you can come in and play games while you're here. Less of a shop, more of a experience type thing. But I haven't heard anything
But I
about
haven't
that.
seen any implementation of that whatsoever.
Zero implementation at all. Yeah.
This would have never happened under Reggie.
If Reggie stayed on at GameStop.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Because he left Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then went to GameStop?
Wait, is he actually...
No, he's
did he leave
retired.
GameStop?
He's fully retired. Now I gotta look it up.
What's his last name?
Reggie Fils-Aimé. If you just have in Reggie GameStop.
Reggie is retired.
Oh, so in 2020, he joined GameStop in 2020, which means he left Nintendo in 2019. And he said he was on board for a year, criticized the company, saying the current management, led by former CEO, had rebuffed his ideas, but believed the company should be successful. He thinks the company could be successful if they pivoted to an e-commerce and could better satisfy its customer base.
Wait, so this is actually under Reggie's recommendation.
Not NFTs though. He just to e-commerce in general. So he thinks that GameStop should be like a, I don't know,
like
not a
digital
store anymore. Digital store. Yeah.
A digital store.
I don't know. There's probably more. That's just a headline, so I'm sure he has actual more quotes. That's a summarization and a generalization a little bit. But yeah, kind of crazy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. You could check out the GameStop NFT website if you would like. It's something. It sure is something over there.
Yeah, I'm also curious as to what resources the employee cuts are, going towards.
I don't think
cutting
anywhere.
employees
I think,
just to get out of the red.
Yeah. Probably.
Makes sense.
But remember, James,
It does
NFTs
say
are going to make up for
they've
all
been
of it.
hemorrhaging cash for some time now.
Yeah. Also, because of this, my GameStop stock got split. So they split stocks this week, which means, let's say my GameStop value, my GameStop stock, I have one share. Let's say my share was valued at $60, right?
Right.
So they split GameStop 3 ways. So now I have 3 shares worth $20 instead of 1 share worth $60. So they did that to every single share ever, like in their company. So pretty interesting. I don't really know how that shakes out. It's valueless. It has no value, but
Yeah, I think that's shit. I remember learning about that at some point, but I forgot.
Guys,
sorry, folks.
Thank you so much for watching this clip. If you want to watch the whole podcast, you become a member right here on YouTube or listen to the whole thing for free on audio platforms. We appreciate you guys listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Boom. All right. We'll try again with the Assassin's Creed one for the clippies.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Hit me with the next.
Supermassive Games sold in gaming's latest buyout. Interesting article title. This comes from GameSpot.com. Supermassive Games, the British game developer behind Until Dawn and The Quarry, more recently has been sold. Nordisk Games, which already owns Just Cause studio Avalanche, has acquired 100% ownership of Supermassive. Nordisk previously held a 30.7% stake in Supermassive, so they have a prior relationship. Supermassive has more than 300 developers, and the press release announcing the buyout made no mention of any staffing changes apart from plans to grow. Supermassive CEO Pete Samuels said, "We have an exciting and ambitious growth strategy for Supermassive Games and Nordisk Games. Ownership only enhances that." I said that weird. I'm hugely excited about where the security offered by this partnership and continued access to the expertise within Nordisk Games will take us next. End quote. Financial terms of Nordisk's buyout of Supermassive were not disclosed. The deal is just the latest in the gaming space. 2022 is expected to be a massive year for mergers and acquisitions in the gaming space, as we know, with some projections saying deals together total $150 billion.
That's insane. Insane to me. It is just so wild. So
It's a lot of money. I'm actually really excited for this because I think Supermassive needs to make more games.
yeah. Pretty much. It'd be great. I don't know the pros and cons for an acquisition like this, I guess, except unless they're getting more money. Like, are they publishing? Is Supermassive? Are they still going to be called Supermassive? They're just under Nordisk Games now.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Nordisk is huge. Nordisk is a game company.
Yeah, they're
that has
their publisher, right?
It says on their website they're funding and supporting Europe's finest game companies, but they have a parent company themselves, which is Nordisk Films, and they're a film production company before games. I don't know. They're based out of Denver.
Well, that actually might work well because these games are very cinematic.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, but they own Avalanche as well as Flashbulb.
I don't know Flashbulb.
Flashbulb does. They also own. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They used to own Raw Fury, but Raw Fury left to do its own thing. Interesting.
Oh yeah, Raw Fury.
They're like Raw Fury's like Devolver levels of, like doing really cool indie games that are like super original.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. I guess we'll see what the full effects of this are, but I guess if that means more money for them. Quarry was pretty successful and reviewed very well, so also it's $20 off on Amazon right now.
It is
all week. So
yeah, go play it. It's great.
I kind of just want to buy it. I kind of just want to go for it.
You should.
I only played games
I'll play
for an
Until
hour
Dawn
this week.
first, though.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I got games to play. I'll buy Quarry eventually.
And Until Dawn looks great on PS5. I think it runs at 60 frames.
Oh, Can't wait.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But looking at one more little story from the PlayStation blog. We have the PlayStation Plus games catalog lineup for July. Now, I put this in as a story. Because we were very concerned that they did not release anything at the beginning of July for here's what's coming in July. And were they going to fulfill their promise of new games every month, James? But guess what? They pulled through, and it was exactly what you were waiting for.
They fucking did. I won, Vincent.
You did.
I won. I broke into a maniacal laughter. Wow. Oh, Sony! Oh, Sony! You think you got me?
Oh,
you think you got me? I win! I won, you fools!
You won.
It was me all along!
Mm-hmm.
I won! It's always been me.
Yep.
Tell him why, Vin.
And I'll tell you freaking why. Today we're happy to reveal that the inaugural game catalog lineup for the all-new PlayStation Plus will be available to play for extra and premium members on July 19th. And it's headlined by the much-anticipated feline adventure, Stray, which makes its debut as part of the catalog. But, James, that doesn't matter to you.
That's not the reason why I win.
Also featuring in this month's game catalog are Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, James. Which James has felt cheated by for the last 12 months, let's say. Okay?
Yes.
And he hasn't folded. I folded and bought the game. James stayed strong, and it paid off.
I've been talking about this every month since it's come up in the news.
Yeah.
Every time you've mentioned Final Fantasy VII, say, James, you got to get this game. It's on sale. You got to buy this game on the show. I said, I'm holding out because one of these days it's coming to PlayStation Plus, that's when I'll play it.
And guess what? It did. And it's coming with Marvel's Avengers.
Another game that I said I would not buy and wait till it's a PlayStation Plus game.
You should check out the campaign and then stop. Actually,
I will.
You should just skip right to Black Panther's campaign because it's great. I love that campaign so much.
That's the only thing I want to play in it.
Oh, and Kate Bishop's was actually pretty cool too. Hawkeye's felt the same as Kate Bishop, so, whatever. Kate Bishop's the best character in the game. She's awesome. 5 Assassin's Creed titles and 2 Saints Row titles. Pretty cool. And, kind of while we mentioned Avengers, I want to mention the news that I have in the end of this is Jane Foster, who is the Mighty Thor. She's also in the game as of last week. She's a playable character, has a little bit of a story, that kind of thing. And the next character that's coming will be the Winter Soldier, and that comes in next month or something like that. So I don't know. They're just busted out characters. I don't know how much content's coming with these 2 characters, but I'm very surprised they haven't given this the complete axe. Like, that's 3 characters in the last this year so far.
I'm surprised, yeah.
3 characters this year is not bad. Not bad. Okay. Yep, and that's basically it. That's it.
You're not reading this.
Oh, sorry. PlayStation
games?
Plus premium members can also enjoy a couple classics. No Heroes Alive for PSP. Loco Roco Midnight Carnival for the PSP.
That sounds insane.
And these titles will also be available on July 19th. Dub.
Have they done PSP games before?
Yes.
Okay. I want more PSP games.
Yeah.
And if you're, for some reason, Italian members get a few more classic games, like one of them was Dino Crisis.
They cut it. They updated it and they cut it. Yeah.
Which means I think that'll be for next month.
Or Dino Crisis remake is finally coming. Dino Crisis 4 is also.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome. Oh, also, this is a side note, but Dino Crisis made me think of it. That one game, Exo Primal, its beta was released this last week.
Did it get good? Anything?
I don't know. I haven't seen any. I think it's kind of like Earth Defense Force, and like it's fun. Some people will be really, really into it, but I don't think it's really for wide audiences.
Dope.
Vincent, I have a question about this. Do you think this is like, if we get more months like this, first of all, one, do you think this is just a show out month, and then the next months are going to be kind of flaky?
No, they got to keep bringing it. They got to keep bringing it.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to keep getting this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really
do you think this is a strong start, and you think this is what they need for this?
I think this is a strong
do you
start
think this is promising
of headline titles. I think the draw for me is the titles that I wouldn't have played. Like, I've played Final Fantasy VII, I've played Avengers. Sure, the Assassin's Creed games are kind of cool, and the Saints Row titles they're big games, you know what I mean? But I'm looking for, where's that block of 20 games where one of them might pop out at me of like, oh, I missed that a long time ago. Like, I'd actually like to play that. That's kind of what
That's not a good ratio, Vincent.
No, I know, but like, it's gonna be different for everybody. I'm sure somebody has more than that, but I would like to see these headline titles, like, okay, sick. These are great, like a Far Cry game. You know, like these big titles that like maybe got just big. The ones that are going to be flashy in everybody's face. And then you read the rest, you're like, okay, there's like 2 in there that I kind of want to play. So like that would be, I'll play the Far Cry game and those 2 games, that kind of thing. That's what I'm looking for. And I think they're still trailing off the original offerings for the big chunk of games.
Sure, yeah, the initial release of big games.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think so for sure. But I think they succeeded in following that trail with Final Fantasy VII Remake and Stray.
I mean, you get Unity.
I think Stray is that kind of like indie game where like I wouldn't have played unless it came to this game. Or like
I kind of want to buy it. But why would I buy it when I could just pay for a month of this? That kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, and I think like Final Fantasy VII Remake, aside from the joke, is like one of the games that I would consider buying if I didn't think it was coming to PlayStation Plus.
Game's incredible, James. It might be my top 15 games of all time.
50?
15.
Oh, 15. Wow.
It was not. It was like, it was so good. It's so good.
Okay. Do we know when these drop? Oh, July 19th.
It's also one of the horniest games I've ever played, but I told you about that.
I like a little bit of horny.
It's super horny. Yeah, moving on to the next thing. Hit me, James.
New details on the new Skate game. This literally came as of this morning.
And all week, EA's been trying to cover up leaked footage from the alpha testers, banning accounts left and right. There's a ton of footage on Reddit.
Did you see it before today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was looking into it yesterday.
It's called Skate. Just Skate.
Yeah.
It's a live service free-to-play game. It's coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC with cross-play and cross-progression. Microtransactions will focus on cosmetics and convenience, which means like, I guess maybe like progression things that like you don't want to spend a bunch of time doing one thing, so you'll pay to do it. It's still early in development, so probably won't see gameplay for like another year.
Yeah. I am stoked that this is free to play. I am so stoked.
I
I,
think that's a good space for these skate like slash snowboard games, is because I think they're very like drop in, drop out. Like, oh, I feel like playing this for a
yeah.
little while and then
Right.
drop it for a little while, come back to it.
Yeah. I am hoping. We'll see what features come. We'll see what features come with it. I don't really know.
Okay.
I'm looking for my own, like, by myself. There's an empty skate park, and I'm just going. And I'm also looking for the skate park where it's just a bunch of ridiculous people from all around the world on different consoles, and we're just all skating into each other. That's what I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
for. I want the best of both worlds. That's it. And I want Hall of Meat back. That's all I want.
We need a Hall of Meat.
If that's not in it, I don't want it. Just kidding. I definitely still want it, but I would like Hall of Meat. I'd like to break every bone in my body.
Yeah.
That's my number one goal. Number one goal.
Cool. I'm gonna start the recording. Do you want to read this?
Give me a countdown, because I'm gonna. Here's how it's gonna go for this one. I'm gonna summarize these points, and some of them are outdated.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the real article right here at the bottom. So I'm gonna summarize this, and then you can go into here. Is that good with you?
Okay. Yeah. You need to give me. I don't know how I'm gonna know.
I'll throw it off to you. I'll throw it off. But
Okay, cool.
when I throw it off, you just start with this area.
Do you want me to cut to your big cam when you like the minute you start reading?
Mm-hmm. And then you just cut to your
Cool.
cam
So
when you're
I'll
reading
be
this.
like, yeah. So I'll do when headline. We'll do both, and then the minute you get into your summarization, I'll go big cam.
Yup. Perfect.
Sounds good. All right, ready? 3, 2.
This week, a new Assassin's Creed game setting has potentially leaked. Its setting, location, lore, all that good stuff. Now, this comes from Game Rant, but the article got quickly, pretty outdated. So this comes from Jeremy Penter, who's a very famous leaker in the past for a lot of Ubisoft games. He leaked Prime, like a lot of the Far Cry games before they came out, a lot of the Assassin's Creed before they came out. He says that this year's Assassin's Creed game will be Aztecs. Okay, that's the location.
Sounds pretty cool.
He thinks it's the city of Tenochtitlan. I believe that's how you say it, in Mesoamerica. And
Tenochtitlan, yeah.
I guess it's been an overall popular fan demand to be in the Aztec Empire, but we have some new information here straight from our boy Jason Schreier. James, read what comes from Video Games Chronicle.
Here's what we got from Jason Schreier. According to Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, our man, friend of the show, who we don't know, who's responding to a claim made earlier on Wednesday that the next series entry has an Aztec setting. He said that the next game is Rift, which is set in Baghdad.
So he's right there.
He says, no, it's not Aztec. You got it all wrong.
Yeah.
It's not Aztec. He said it's actually in Baghdad. And then he says, quote, after that will be Assassin's Creed Infinity. And while that's going to include a bunch of different games, experiences, biomes, whatever you want to call them, Jason Schreier, heard about the main two, and neither of them are Aztec, unquote.
So,
well, not official. Okay.
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that. So,
Okay.
AC Infinity, we know as the live service Assassin's Creed game that is eventually happening. But
yes, the sort of the multiverse of Assassin's Creed.
It'll have different biomes, different places you can go from a potential hub world sort of dealio. I don't really we don't know. We don't know how that looks, but it's going to be an ongoing game with new biomes, locations, characters added, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But before that, that's what this Assassin's Creed Rift seems to be, which is right here. That this is going to be a standalone game, right? So read what is Assassin's Creed Rift? That's what these next points are.
Okay, let me find my place. Codenamed Rift and starring Assassin's Creed Valhalla character Basim, the title was originally planned as an expansion for the most recent series entry before being spun into a standalone game next year. It said Rift would be released before the officially announced Assassin's Creed Infinity, which is a collaboration between Ubisoft Quebec, who did Odyssey, and Ubisoft Montreal, who did Origins and Valhalla.
Let me hit you with this, though. This is the most interesting part to me. It says, while not officially announced, it's been claimed that Ubisoft is planning to release a smaller scale, which is Rift, stealth-focused Assassin's Creed game this year or in 2023. So Rift is going to be smaller scale. It's been rumored that it is not open world. It's a very linear Assassin's Creed game.
Linear experience.
Yeah, again, smaller scale, because we know how long Valhalla was. It is a never-ending, gigantic game that feels meandering to very early in the game. It starts to feel meandering.
Yeah, it makes me worried that this game, whatever it's called, this pre-Infinity game,
Yeah,
is going to be a sort of like, it's like they're throwing a bone to that classic AC audience who played the Ezio collection, 2, 3, that had bits of open world in it, but were mostly a very linear experience.
Yeah.
Comparing to even
Odyssey,
Assassin's Creed,
Origins,
but mainly Odyssey and Origins and Valhalla. But I don't know if that's gonna, because Infinity is such like a big project. It almost feels like it's kind of just like table scraps for the people who really enjoy that game. And maybe they do great. Maybe they knock it out of the park and it's a great linear stealth focused Assassin's Creed game that gives that audience everything they want. But I'm also hoping that we do see some of those elements come back in Assassin's Creed Infinity, whether that's in certain worlds that you go to or playing as certain characters.
So let me ask you about a couple wants or, opinions on this.
Okay, sure.
In Rift, do you want an RPG style game such as the last 3 Assassin's Creed games, or would you rather have the linear experience be not an RPG, looting and all that kind of stuff?
What was the prior option?
Or just how an Assassin's Creed game used to be, more like a Black Flag or more like an Odyssey? Like, those are the kind of differences.
Oh, definitely more like a Black Flag.
Okay, so you're still getting upgrades and stuff like that for all of your gear and all that stuff. So you're making progression,
Sure.
But it's not kill people, loot something. It's not good enough. Delete, kill someone, like loot something. Just that process over and over again until you get a piece of better gear to up your gear score.
Absolutely.
I don't want that in a small game. Even in a big game, it's for Assassin's Creed. It's worked for me. For Odyssey, it really worked for me. But like for Valhalla, it doesn't work for me. Like it's very interesting how that goes. Now, Infinity. Would you like an RPG system? I'm sure it's going to be, if it's that big.
I think it would fit it definitely more so.
Yeah.
But it is hard for me as someone who's been so exhausted by that system of game to want that again.
Yeah.
Just a little burnt out on very heavy RPG mechanics.
I don't blame you. But to say the least, I'm excited for whatever the future is for Assassin's Creed. I haven't completely written it off yet because I do enjoy a lot of aspects of those games. Some of them more than others. But
yeah, I think Valhalla was a step in the right direction in some ways, but what?
It was more of a step in the wrong direction for me, I think.
I think it's better than Odyssey.
Yeah. Up and down. I liked Odyssey a lot. Big fan of Odyssey. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep up to date on all the new Assassin's Creed content, you can stay right here on Strictly Casual. If you want to listen to the entire podcast for free on audio platforms, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you want to see the whole video podcast right here on YouTube, you can become a member and watch that here. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.
I think recording takes up a lot of bandwidth.
Oh, yeah.
For me, and I think that's what happens. I think
it's not being a CPU.
That's probably what it is.
Unless you make it go on your GPU instead of CPU, because Discord's running on your CPU right now. We can go through some settings later. But
okay,
it's time for random fun stuff, everybody. Everybody's favorite part of the show. Stories tell a story. Beep, beep, beep. Hit me.
Last of Us Part 1 has gone gold.
Beautiful. Seems so early for it to go gold, but great.
Yeah.
Shredder's Revenge has sold over 1 million copies around the world.
Sweet. Already talked about this. Bayonetta 3 is finally coming to Switch on October 28th with a family-friendly mode called Naive Angel without nudity. So if you're playing in the living room, it won't be awkward.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's great.
Pretty funny. I love it.
Lastly, I want to bring this up. Cuphead DLC went platinum.
The Last Meal?
Yeah.
What do you mean it went platinum?
It sold a lot of copies.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Hold on, let me see. DLC went platinum.
Maybe.
Why is this in Bing? Uh, it sold over 2 million copies to earn double platinum status.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
across the world or across all platforms.
GG's, Cuphead. GG's.
GG's Cuphead.
All right, y'all. Thank you for
Ladies and
watching
gentlemen.
and listening
Yep.
to episode 121. We'll see you next week for 122. Right?
Yeah, we
Cheers.
will. He said so questionably, right?
Right? Yeah,
Right? Yeah, 122.
I think so. I think I'm counting correctly. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.